did just announce, because of the track and everything that's going on, that tomorrow's race will be on the quarter mile. So how does that affect the game plan? Because you did say you had the big motor in the car. Now you're on the quarter mile. I guess you didn't know that.
No, I had no idea.
What is the thoughts on that choice to go to the quarter mile for tomorrow's 40K?
I don't know. We have to talk about it between our team and see what we want to do for tomorrow. We come out here to race, but that definitely changes a lot of stuff. So we'll just have to assess and try to conquer again.
Did you get to watch any laps on that corner? Have you seen any laps at all?
Nah, I ain't seen the first lap over there. You know, we was back here. Like I said, after our heat race, we figured out we had a lot of problems with overheating engines and tires, so we all went to work and had to fix that. So no, I ain't watched the lap yet.
Well, the SLMRs, they were 3 wide. They were racing in races wide. They weren't really beating and banging. It seemed like there was a lot of racing room down there, and I think that's why they're making that switch. Thoughts on that? How I know there's some guys, they brought out a big track car. Yeah. You know, that would be kind of a curveball, but I mean, from the fan standpoint, you got to see where they're coming from.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it kind of sucks because we're short-handed, and I didn't even get to go watch the short track racing tonight. I really wished I would have, but I did get to watch the USMTS feature the other night, and it was pretty awesome. So
yeah, they were 3 wide.
They were 3 wide.
Tonight they were 3 wide.
3 wide.
Yes, 3 wide for the lead, three lead changes, and then y'all come out there,
I know,
and you're doing all you can.
Yeah,
I mean, you can't just like lit a guy side by side for fun.
You're pinned.
Right, your head's just leaning on the rest.
And you're where you're at, and you're giving it all. You're giving it all she has for 20 laps. Which, when you're here in person, that's exciting when you see a car that fast. I don't care what anybody says. But when you're watching at home, and you can't, we've always talked about this. You can't capture the speed of these cars at home in a panned out.
Oh no, you can't at all. No.
But when you're standing over there by that guardrail and you see 20 cars come by wide open, running 140, 130 miles an hour, you're like, okay, this is exciting. Like, but
we've both been to NASCAR. It's cool to see the field come by one time, but then 20 laps into it, it's like I've seen this before. Yeah. Where's the race? You know, so
and the short tracks always, you know, the big tracks when the racing's there, you know, it's awesome. But you know, honestly, I'm not opposed to it. I mean, I'm here to put on a show regardless of whether it's a big track or a small track.
Well, it would help y'all's motors and the tire wear for sure.
100%.
And I think even maybe the SLMR guy may throw in his entry, you know.
100%.
You know, I mean,
they could probably outrun us. You know, there's just so many places that having a smaller motor, having a carburetor that's tuned up or tuned down, it makes a difference. And I think, you know, as far as racing wise, door-to-door racing, it would be better. But like I said, I mean, I'm not afraid to do anything. You know, it is what it is. If they want to say, hey, we race the small track, you know, that's the other thing too. These guys are all professionals. I mean, JD, Madden, Clanton. I've always heard a few things that's kind of, you know, bugged me a little bit. You know, there's short track races that happen all the time, and they're like, oh, the short track guys go to the short tracks, the big track guys go to the big tracks. I'm like, in my opinion,
racers race.
Racers race. And you're going to tell me that Davenport can't get it done on a small track? Chris Madden can't get it done? I've seen them guys win at Fairbury and places like that. Clanton, you know, it's like Scott. I've seen Scott win at a bull ring before. It's like,
right.
We don't have a favorite. You know, we're willing to race wherever and to have fun and be on a bull ring and be a part of that 3 wide racing. But the reason why these guys are the best, in my opinion, is because they can do it all.
Right.
They can run the big tracks. They can run the 3/8. They can run the quarter miles. It's not a preference. It's, you know, we're all out here trying to race to win. It don't matter where it is.
Intent tonight for sure. That's what I personally think.
Yeah.
So.
I don't know. He's pretty good when it's wide open, but
there ain't much you can do out there.
There's really not. That's the thing. Like I tried the top on one restart, and I was able to maintain. But as soon as they come up off of 2, they take your line away, and you can't
The racing groove for late models here is very narrow.
Yeah,
it's very narrow. You got to come up the corner. It looked like in 4 you only had really one spot. Everybody was aiming to get off the corner.
Yeah, you could really
off of 2 you could maybe come off.
Around, yeah.
But down the back straightaway had the arc into 3, and you couldn't do nothing to him because he's going to shoot off the bottom of 4.
Yeah, and that's what makes it tough. Like if the track was the surface was even all the way across.
It's not though.
It's
got some humps in it. It's got a.
If it was good and it was the same speed, or not same speed, but just
degree of banking,
and you could really get out on someone, or they have to run the very bottom, some guys run the very top. I think you could really have some cool racing here. But I know they haven't had supers here in a while like this, and I don't know. It's hard to figure out this stuff. Track promoters and track guys that are packing the track. It's hard to figure this out because when you don't race here a ton, you don't really know what to do.
So we got 1 vote for the quarter mile is what you're telling me.
We got 1.
We got the fans. They got the spectacle of the half mile, and now we give them a race tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm down for it.
Okay, I'm just kidding. All right, good luck. Good luck.
This is how we ride. This is how we do